Hey, how are you? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another video. Okay, I am doing my second paycheck from my main job. I Payday is the 20th, and as usual, I get some of my money on Wednesday, the rest I actually receive on Friday. But I need to go ahead and budget this money out so that I know what I'm doing with it, and I am still trying to remain a good steward over my finances. All right. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this particular video. On this channel, in my little corner of YouTube world, I am on a journey to become a better steward over my finances, which includes budgeting my money, paying off debt, saving for retirement, and enjoying life in the meantime. So, if that interests you, please consider subscribing and watching me on my journey. All right, let's get into it. I was starting to write some of the stuff in because I wanted to make this video a little shorter, not too long, but hold on, let me stretch you guys in really quick. So I am a salary worker and my paycheck remains the same every time. It's only off by a few pennies, like a penny here, a penny there, whatever. So on this paycheck, I am just going to round it off to $2,153. We're going to put that right here. And I apologize if I write sideways, but yeah, just a certain age group that we tend to do that. And then I'm sorry if you hear it moving, I'm moving this microphone. For giving, I am doing $50 off of this paycheck. So 50, 50, 50. And for savings, now for this month of February, I had said that I was going to use my second job because I have a part time job, if you're new, use that money towards my savings and all of that stuff. I went ahead and just moved over $50 off of this paycheck to savings. So I am going to mark that down and I'll explain to you. Oh, see what I mean? This is why I am doing digital in the background because so let me explain to you. I actually have some extra money in here. Extra income of 781. No, not tax return. Not even close. I haven't even filed my taxes to be honest. Okay, so the total is 2934. All right. So 50 goes to giving, 50 goes to savings. And now let's take care of my household. All right, so for my mortgage, I actually put in for my mortgage. I mean, I'm talking to my son, you guys, because he's staring at my, he walked away. He walked away. Anyway, for my mortgage, I already had like $625 put away. So I just needed to add, I just needed to, I need to add another 11, nope, no, I don't. No, I do not. I need to add um, $1,073 to it. Okay. And then, oh, thank you. And then for my electric, if you remember my last paycheck, I paid half. So I need to pay the other half, which is 117.13. All right. And then for cell phone, I paid an additional 51.50. So that bill is now paid in full. Um, what else do I have to pay? Oh, internet. My internet is coming up due on the 25th. And I went ahead and paid that. Like I said, today is Wednesday, so I went ahead and paid most of these bills out already. So internet was 154.57. I probably should have just wrote some of this stuff over to actual, but I still have things that may happen. Um, and if you remember on my very first paycheck budget, I did half of like my subscriptions. So on this paycheck, I am doing the other half of my subscriptions, which I have Apple Family, Peacock, 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 Disney Plus. What else do I have? My HP Ink. Oops, not Link, Ink. And then I have, what else? CapCut. CapCut. I canceled Canva. And honestly, I haven't really been using Canva. Okay, so I canceled Canva and then my Ring and Amazon. 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 Okay, so for Apple Family, that one I needed to pay an additional 20. Peacock, I think I needed to do 650 because that's like 12 something a month. Disney, I only need 265. HP Ink is 5. CapCut is 4. Ring Plan is 11. And then Amazon is 8. Okay. I'll add everything up at the end just to make sure we are where we're supposed to be. Oh, nope. See, that's why I didn't want to add everything. So life insurance, life insurance, um, 25. And then did I do, no, I did it off the other check. So I had an unexpected expense pop up. So I'm just going to say unexpected. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not unexpected. I knew it was coming. So my son is coming back August the 15th, and I bought his airline ticket. So I'm going to say towards this credit card, I put 200. So that's not an unexpected. That's a credit card debt. Debt. All right. So while I'm over here in this little debt section, I have this Halstead. And what I'm thinking about doing with this one is I have 3 more payments. 3? Yeah, because I made one payment of 4260. 4260. And that leaves me with 3 more payments, 2 in March and 1 in April. So I'm thinking if I have enough left over, now my budget, I budgeted on my spreadsheet that I could pay an extra one. And then that way the last 2 payments will be in March and this one will be done. First quarter, I will have at least one debt paid off completely, um, which is one of my goals. So um, I'm thinking about doing that. I will know in March. Well, no, I may do it on this paycheck. I don't. I keep going back and forth because a part of me want to pay it, and the other part is like, listen, just pay your debt on the schedule and be done with it. All right, car payment. The other half was 250, and then I have the Burlington Milestone and Mercury. Each one of those I budgeted for $10 each. I think I was supposed to pay these on that other one too. Nah. So maybe I would add Halsted on here twice. And then that way in April, not in April, in March, I'll only have to pay two more payments, and then that will be finished, kapoots, done. And I can move on to the next debt. All right, let's look at my variables. So for my cash envelopes, my allowance, I gave myself, actually, I think I've already spent all my allowance. I did. I did. But I am going to put it on here because I took some of the money out of here. So I spent a total of $37 towards my allowance. Um, Dining out. So dining out, I make it a goal. One of my goals is every month to do something for myself. So I am single, not dating, not married, any of that stuff. I didn't go out for Valentine's Day, but what I did do was that Sunday I wanted to go out and eat. So I treated me and my son out to dinner Sunday, and that total was $75.90. He actually paid for the tip, but I did this portion. Gas, I normally do $40 every time I'm paid. I still have some from, I still have like what, $1.75 from last time. And what else do I need to pay? Grocery. Grocery. Actually, you know what grocery? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, grocery. Listen, I did good with grocery. You hear me? I did good. I was eating what I had at home and not going out like doing extra grocery shopping. So grocery, I budgeted 300 for the month. I already spent 120, and then I went to the grocery store this morning. So I have 140 left in my budget for the month. I did not get my hair done. And I honestly don't even feel like getting it done, but it needs to be. So that's 60. And nothing for household. I'm not budgeting anything for household. Nothing at all. Um, I think that's it. I think that's it because all of my sinking funds I am doing on my second paycheck. Now I know I believe I'm going to have, so my total that I'm budgeting is $2,934. 50 of that went towards giving, 2884, and then minus 50 from that gives me 2834. Okay. So now let me add up these totals and see if they match what I have on my spreadsheet. Okay, so if I do, it does. I love it when it matches. Okay, so if I do 1478.35, and then let me add this up. 37 plus 75.90, 40, 352.90. And the dirt. That is 200, 565.20. Now, if everything works out the way it's supposed to, I should have some left over. and I need to hold on to that for my mortgage because I think my mortgage payment may go up because I up I did an upgrade on my homeowner's insurance, which increased my escrow. All right, so let's see. So 2834 minus 1478.35, 135565 minus 1002.75. I swear something is not something minus 565.2, 437.55. Now something just is not right. And that's why I look at this spreadsheet all the time because something didn't add up right. 50, 150, 154, 20. Maybe I should start just doing it on the spreadsheet so you guys can see what I'm always doing. 25, 225, 85, 20 is those two. And then 250 for my car. And 30 is this. That number matches my spreadsheet. This number doesn't match my spreadsheet. So what? Well, you know what? Yeah, it does because I did allowance, I did dining out, I did gas, giving is over here, grocery, and my hair. So, duh. Um, I did have unexpected stuff. Okay, so unexpected. I hate when I do that. So unexpected, I had one of this person that I know, they lost their mom. So I went and bought some drinks for their repast, for their, for the family or whatever. So when they have their dinner, they can have drinks. Um, that was an in and out. And then I sent $100 somewhere else. Okay. So that totaled two, and the only reason I'm writing 211.81. So the drinks total like 26.81. I sent someone $100, but I also sent down $85 and received $100 up here. So just so that kind of balances out. So let me update this number. Um, and I had to laugh at myself because I could have just taken this number and said plus that. So if I minus 211.81, yep. Oh my goodness. Okay, but you can see what time it is, and that's PM. It's nighttime that I'm doing this video because I want to try to stay consistent, and at least I said I wanted to start posting every at least like Tuesday and Thursday or Tuesday and Friday. And today is Wednesday, so I missed my Tuesday date. All right, so everything else should match. I knew I didn't have $400 left over. Okay, so we are going to take 2834 minus 1690.16, 114384. And it's so funny because even though I do things like on my spreadsheet before I come on, I still end up making mistakes and not matching perfectly. Or I end up changing things as I'm writing on here that I forget about when I'm doing the spreadsheet. So minus 565.20, 225.74. That looks about right. So now this money, which is a lot, but I am moving this money over to a totally separate account because I want to leave it sitting there. I want to start building up some extra money, um, because like I said, I believe my mortgage is going to go up. I'm not sure. My mortgage has actually been sold to a different company, and it's supposed to start with this new company in March. So I need to figure out what's going to happen and how it's going to go moving forward. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for continuing to support me as I go on this journey to just enjoy life and be a good steward over these finances. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.